Hi, my name's Wilx, and this is episode 5 of Modern Skyblock 3. Today we're going to go over some changes I made to the mob farm, and then we're going to get into making some metals. So we'll get into the porcelain melter, we'll get into two different types of condensers, the crushing table, and a bunch of things to deal with metals. So first off, let's talk about the changes to the mob farm here. Koobro123 suggested that I try player traps to kill the mobs. That way I get the loot bags as well. Because the player traps, which are... where is it? Player trap there. These things, they're easy to make. It's just a head and a couple of pieces of stone. Or I might actually switch over to the damage trap temporarily, which is just an iron sword and some stone. Because I am getting too many loot bags. But anyways, so I shortened this a little bit. Notice it's up from the ground. It's no longer sank in. And I put down the player trap, so they will fall on this and die there. And then I've got a bunch of cascading drawers that are the stuff is being fed into. And if this looks like overkill, it's not. I have already opened a whole pile of loot bags. I've spent over an hour on it. Maybe even 2, I don't know. And I got all this stuff, that stuff, reliquary stuff, actually additions, books and scrolls, Britannia, gold armor, iron armor, diamond armor, pork stuff. And I was getting sick of it. So I just started putting the bags away and without opening them. It's a full-time job opening those things. So until I get an automated loot opener and a storage system, I'm not sure how much time I want to spend on that. But it has been good to me. I have got a lot of good stuff out of it. The one thing that I might open up on screen, I'm no longer going to open loot bags or the reward chests. It just takes too much time. What I might say for you, if you want me to, these are all the weapons down here, are these epic mega loot case. Let's see what we get in this thing. Ruby ring provides strength and provides resistance. Cool. Sounds good. Whoops. I get the baubles this way. There we go. Strength 2 and resistance. So I might open those on screen because they are kind of interesting. I've got a weapon here that's 12 damage. And it levitates them for 1 second. I'm not sure what that means. Binds enemy for 1 second on a hit. Hunger for 1 second on a hit. Is that my hunger or their hunger? I don't know. All right. Anyways, so I might temporarily change over to the other traps that don't collect loot bags because there's just too many of them. These chests can easily handle the rest of the stuff. But let's get started. I was actually going to start down here and change my mind. We'll deal with what's up here first. Redstone clock for some automation. We'll make 2 of the porcelain gauges, one for a crafting ingredient. The other one I'm going to use it like a smeltery tank. We'll take one of them here, and that makes us our melter. Melter is like a mini smeltery. It can't do alloys and some other things, but it can at least get you started on metals. I need a porcelain faucet, and I think that's it. Yeah. So let's go over here. We're going to set up our gauge right there, like our tank. And I'm not sure. This might be side dependent. Notice I've got the front facing out here. And I'm not sure what side you can put the faucets on. It might only be that side. So, now that's thing set up. We're going... I've got a bucket for lava here. So we'll put 1 bucket in there. 2, 3, it empty? No, one more. I need that bucket for later. And we'll need 4 more of these. And that's refilled. Now, for this guy, we are going to... Oh, in this chest, I've got one of these, one of these. Put you down there. And you up there. Now, before we get started on that, let's take one piece of gold. I'll put it in there. And that. Oh, and 1 clay brick. Put that there. Put our clock there. Oh, actually, 1 piece of gold's not enough. I need a 2nd piece of gold. Oops. I forgot. This thing takes 2 gold, and I set that up before. It's not 1 gold for one of these, it's 2. So then when that's finished, what we're going to do is we're going to start feeding it all sorts of this iron armor that I got. There we go. So that made an ingot cast. And actually, let's get some more iron armor. Just enough room. What do you know? But not enough for that. Okay. And that's going to take a while. That's why I decided to do it in this order. Even though I haven't opened up the quest yet, I'm hoping it's going to give me credit for it. Otherwise, I just have to break it and redo it later. All right, let's move on to the next part. So that's a nice, easy way to get metals when I got this many loot bags. One of the advantages of those loot bags. So we need to make a wooden gear. Keep in mind, I'm on 3.313 now. They took away the cheap recipe for wooden gears. Who cares? Put a wooden gear in there. We get a stone gear. Take our stone gear, put it in here, and we get a stone casing. To get a stone alchemy component, we need one of that Primus alchemy dust we made last episode, and some stone. And we put it, I think it's up here, like pants, yeah. And then we get a stone condenser. We need to make 2 droppers, and that's the quest, I think. But we want a couple other things to do this. I'm taking 2 of the molten cores I got from Reliquary. I need 4 of these. They do 3 each. And I'm going to play a little bit with this chisel and that chisel. I might need to make another one since I'm only making stone there. I already had iron from the loot bags. Alright, so setting this thing up. We're going to set this one up over here. That goes right there, and it's going to feed into the chest. Now I'm going to place down a block. This is just strictly for a placeholder for right now. Oh, I know what I didn't make. 1 liquefied magma. I'm going to put the liquefied magma right there. Now, we're going to play with something... Oh, I know what else I need. I forgot to make that in advance. A crucible. the crucible is going to go on top of that. Then actually it's going to place the other one right there. Oh well. Fluid dropper is going to go right there. Now notice that's a little different than their description in the thing. I think it's a little neater and better to deal with, but we're not quite finished with it yet. I'm going to take, I need about 2 of them maybe. We use this chisel. I don't like the looks of normal glass, so I'm going to make it into gray border glass. And right here sounds like a convenient place to place it. Then we're going to take this other chisel here. Now, be kind. I'm new to chisels and bits. I've learned just enough to be able to do what I want to do. This may not be the most efficient way to do it all. If I press Alt, I can bring up the radial menu, and I press Plate. You've got a few different large cubes, single bit, line, etc. I want Plate. Now, I don't have a bit bag because I don't have wool yet, so this is going to be a little bit of a pain, but 1, 2, 3. And I got my bits in here. Now we got to do this again. Pane. Yeah, now we're placing panes. So 1, 2, 3. I shouldn't have placed this thing here yet. That was too soon. Now we can place that. And our stone condenser can go in there. Now we need to make, so let me explain what we've got going on over here and why it's done like this. Let's look at the guide first. Guide. When they want you to do metal creation. So if you look here, view setup here. Click on that. And they want you to place down that, then surround that, put a fluid dropper there and another fluid dropper there, and a torch off the side. The reason they have you using 2 fluid droppers is the fluid would flow from here over your torch and put it out. But instead, I used the liquid magma. So not only was it convenient, unlike a torch, the fluid can't flow over it, but as well, let's bring up that guide again. Well, actually, let's not do it that way. Let's do it this way. We'll do it from torch. I don't know the most effective way to get at this, but use on a torch. Heat source. It's a heat source with 1 heat. And if we click on heat sources here, so anything that's a heat source, you can bring this screen up. Click on this section here, and we see that obsidian is 3, liquid magma, which I just used, is 9, lava is only 6, flowing lava is only 4, blazing pyrotheum is the only thing that's better, but blazing pyrotheum is nasty to leave as a bucket in your world because it can start fires up to 2 away, melt snow all over the place, etc., etc. And a torch is only 1 heat. So this looked like one of the best choices for heat. And it had the convenience of not going away. Now, let's get... I made a few extras of these. Let's use the upper one for this. Put that in there, and I don't know how many we want. That'll give us 4, because the first one will just get eaten up, if you remember correctly. And we'll just make up some of these crystal shards. All right. So then the way you use this thing is you would come up here. You toss your crystal shards in there. Is it going in? They fall down behind. Wow, that was quick. I was expecting it to take a little while. It just ate them up and it was over. That's how fast we put the liquid in there this time. So then normally what I would do, remember I made some iron alchemical dust? I'd put that in there and boom, it'd start producing it and putting it down in this chest here. So that's the way you're supposed to make it. But I have all that extra iron over here. Oh, I forgot to turn you on, didn't I? There we go. No. You are turned on. You were turned on. Oh yeah, you've been making it. That's fine. All right. So next up. We're going to make, where is it? Down here. Crushing table and a stone hammer. Very easy recipes, nothing special about them. And let's actually clean up my inventory here. I've got a lot of stuff in there that I don't want right now. I guess not. Okay, not that much stuff I don't want right now. And I think I'm going to put the sluice here. So I might put the crushing table right here. Now what we want to do with that, come over here. We'll grab some of our iron. And I want to make some stuff here. Oh, I already had some iron on me. Okay. So if you place an iron ingot down there, and then you hammer away at it. Actually, hold it. I'm doing it wrong. Right click. How many of these do I need? I don't remember. I think we've got enough to make the sluice so far. I don't have a table set up for that. This is what we need. 5 of those and some string. No string in here. I think I've got some string over here. Yes. Actually, I could have probably made that bag. That would have been enough string. Oh well. There we go. And then, have I made any stone slabs yet? Nope. And we've got our sluice box. We're going to need that and that. Okay. So I'm going to put some of these down here just so my water doesn't run everywhere. And it'll be a little more convenient later anyways. So now, can we place this guy? There we go. Actually, I probably would have placed him turned around the other way. Maybe I will. You're a pickaxe? What was the second block I broke? I heard 2 break. Oh well. Yeah, I like the looks of that better. So then we're going to make another condenser that works differently, and the stuff's going to go in here. So to make the other condenser, we want to make an iron condenser. So sky. Actually, first off, let's make an iron casing. So we're going to need 8 for that. That's fine. And the iron condenser, we need another 8, so that's 16 plus the 6, 22. So we need a total of 22 plates. And I'll show you a much better way to deal with making your metals. Now, one of the first metals I'm going to want to make is osmium, because there's much better heat. The HU is 3033. One short. Figures. Stone. Is it not from this? Maybe not. Stone ham. Magnacraft, okay. Oh, I didn't want all that in my inventory here. Okay, we need to make one more of these. Can I get you back off? Yep. All right, we have 22 of them. So I know we need to make a gear. And I think the gear gets surrounded by plates, right? Yeah, that's our casing. And then... whoops. That symbol. And where is... why am I not seeing it? Oh, there it is. So we need to make one of these first. So we'll need a Primus alchemical dust. I get surrounded like that. And we do that. And we get our iron condenser. So this guy is going to go over here. Oh, we're going to do some other stuff first before we deal with that part. Do I have anything I can get out of my inventory right now? Boots, you go away. Iron, you go in here. I'm going to put the string away, I guess. All right. So we're going to go to town with this thing. We'll start by going over here. Oh, I'm going to need a block to step on. And where's our bits? One there, one there. Should I start getting that stuff out of here already? No, we'll do one more set. You don't need to be there anymore. See, the reason I'm doing it this way is everybody else used trapdoors. Now, if you find trapdoors easier and you prefer to use those, go for it. I couldn't just do the same thing as everybody else. I had to be different. And if you remember from Project Ozone 2 and other things, that I liked using a saw and the clear glass from Tinkerers, this is the closest I could get with this mod. I need another piece of glass here. Actually, let's go down below and start dealing with that part. Actually, I should have brought down 4 with me. I probably could fit 4. Whoops. I was dumb not to bring more. Yeah, I could have fit 4. Sorry about that. Where else needs them? Not doing this side. Did I do both on here? No, I don't think I did. Yeah. Okay, then I want to change things up for this. We want Alt single bit. There we go. I think a single bit's enough to stop water and lava. We're going to find out. Did I get... Yeah, I did. Didn't look like one of them was done, actually. Let's go around here and get that. Well, let's start with the water and find out the hard way if the single bit's not going to be enough. It works! And then we're going to take our lava. We're going to put it up there. So, what's going to happen here is it just made smooth stone, not cobble. The reason that happens is when the lava pours down on top of water, it makes smooth stone. That's the key to it. Now notice I've got water coming in from 2 sides. Not one side, 2 sides. This thing can be a little unreliable. And it might depend a little bit on your lag, where it's positioned in the world. A whole bunch of different things could play a part in how effective this is for you. So just because it worked for me doesn't gonna mean it's going to work flawlessly for you. See, the problem comes when the lava gets down there first and then the water comes in. It creates cobble instead of smooth stone. And I messed for hours trying to get it to work. Back in Direwolf, I was going to use a smooth stone generator like this for the atomic reconstructor with a laser lens. And I was going to use the smooth stone this way. But it was going too fast, and occasionally the lava would get down there, but it was only using one set of water to come in. Now, Minecraft's a little weird on how it decides what flows first. You see, water flows faster than lava, so the water should get there first. But it might decide to look at a different block first. Ooh, you're melting over here. I guess I'm going to have to place down slabs near this section here. But that's fine. So, actually, I don't want to get sidetracked. I want to finish what I'm saying. So, for it to decide which one it's going to do first, it could be positional. And when I have it coming in from two sides, not is that increasing my options that one of those is going to flow in, but it also increases my odds that position-wise in the world, one of those water blocks is in the right position to be first. So if you have trouble with it, you could try putting the water in from a different side. It might solve the problem. Or try putting water in from all four sides. That might solve the problem. But this should work just fine for me. Especially if you have bad lag, like your tick rate is terrible, that's when you're going to have trouble with this thing. I've got a pretty good tick rate, so it's not a big issue for me. So let's finish this guy off. We need to put down... Oh, I put... Right. That wasn't supposed to go there. There we go. And then... Where's my condenser? There it is. Iron condenser. Oh, and I forgot to put down the chest. I hope I can still reach. Yep. And put back our snow bricks. And this is all set to go. So, not that I need it, but I've got some over here. I'll just stick that in there, and away it goes. So this is the other method of doing it. You would place smooth stone on top of this thing instead of what we were doing over there. And that's going to have it do its whatever. And you get iron ore that way instead of iron ingots. And we come over here. We place down that. We get out our hammer again. Didn't place down the other one. I thought it would have. Actually, let's see how much iron we got. So we used 4 of them, and we got 4. Oh no, we've still got more coming. Well, that's enough for the demonstration purposes. Oh, I thought I would. Oh, yeah. Whoops. That's not what I want. Why are you doing that to me? Maybe it has to be placed there or something, that it was seeing these other blocks first. I don't know. I'll have to play around with that and figure out how that works. So we just toss those on there. Maybe we've got to put the water in first. Oh, you click it on there. That's it. And boom, this pops out stuff. So it popped out 5 of these plus A little bit of nickel dust this time. You can get other things as well. Then when you cook this up, it's going to be good for 10 iron. So it's a more efficient way on your resources to get your... see, it does 2 each time. And that's how we're going to make our metals. Now, I talked about osmium. Why did I talk about osmium? Well, if we look here, the osmium encasing, it's 3033. Now, normally to get your, and the efficiency's at 130%. Normally to get that kind of heat, you need the nether brick casing. It's only efficiency of 40%. That sucks. This is way better. And no, it's zirconium. Where am I? Osmium. But we're going to need glowstone to get there. To get glowstone, we need 4 redstone and 3 blaze in 1700 HU. So next up, we're going to be making one of these guys. To make one of those guys, we're going to have to be making nether brick. To do that, we're going to need to make netherrack. And to make netherrack, it's cobblestone and blaze powder. I guess we can do that right now. How many blaze powder was it? Oh, I forgot. Three blaze powder. Oh, how many of these are we going to need? 8 and another brick. So we've got to do this twice. Okay, so you and you go in there, and we lots of heat in you. What was wrong? I don't know what was wrong there. Let's try this again. Netherrack. $920 AU. Oh, you are only 600 HU. I'm going to have to upgrade this guy to iron next before I can do the netherrack. So I think we're going to leave that for next episode. I'll probably just upgrade this guy on my own. Get all that set up. And, well, maybe I'll do it on screen. But I think that's enough for this episode. I hope you learned something new. Go out there and have some fun. Thanks.